So when I am making an artwork, be it figurative or abstract or something a bit in between, I generally start off with a piece of reference material. Now that reference material can be a photograph of someone, an object, a sketch that I've done in nature. It's just essentially something that excites me, that gets my creative juices flowing. And I'll make up a canvas or I'll grab a large piece of paper and I'll start working from that reference material. But what I find happens really quite quickly is that the reference material becomes pretty secondary to the process, and it really becomes about the relationship between myself and the image that I'm creating. You know, it's almost like being able to sense what happens next with the image. And I spend quite a long time sitting with my painting or drawing, just kind of trying to tune in and kind of feel what the next step is going to be. It's a bit like having a dance partner who knows all the steps, and you've just got to kind of surrender and allow their body to take you where they want to take you. So in that way, it's not an intellectual process at all. It's a much more instinctive way of working. Now, I tend to find that I have quite a few pieces of work on the go at the one time, and I'll go into the studio and one of the pieces of work will talk to me. It just kind of, it feels we have a connection, and you know, we'll work for a while together, and you know, the process of creating this piece of work will unfold quite naturally. But then quite often it will come to a stop, and you know, that conversation has dried up, and what I'll do then is I'll kind of move that piece away and start working on something else. And sometimes, you know, it can be a few weeks before I start working on it again, or months, or even occasionally, you know, it's been a year before that piece and I have started off our chat again. And it's a really interesting way of working, because you're never quite sure what's going to happen next. I tend to find that a finished piece never ever looks the way I imagined it was going to look when I started. It's always so full of surprises, making in this way, and it really is an incredibly exciting way to work in the studio.